Member for Bonnyville-Cold Lake.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As you know, Alberta's economy has been suffering from an economic downturn, and this is especially true of communities in northeastern Alberta who are heavily reliant on the natural resource sector. In other communities, the NDP Economic Diversification Plan has resulted in the entire shutdown of the coal industry, meaning thousands of jobs being cut. Albertans in my riding in northeastern Alberta are concerned about similar fate might happen to them. To the Minister of Economic Development and Trade, what is your plan to make sure that this doesn't happen to the Bonnyville-Cold Lake constituency?
Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This government is working respectfully with coal communities, and I know this one was asked about in terms of a specific one, but I can tell you the process we're using is to work with local officials, the federal government, to transition these plants and keep them working past so we're keeping those working, Mr. Speaker. We're going to assist those coal communities. We've made some forays into the current ones that are there, and we'll continue to work with them. There's nothing different that we're going to work with the one that he's talking about than the ones we're already working with, Mr. Speaker.
First supplemental.
That's distressing to hear. Given that certain agricultural crops such as hemp, lentils and pulse crops have been developed in northeastern Alberta, and given that the Alberta Biomaterials Development Centre can produce 1 ton of hemp straw per hour, which is insufficient for Alberta's current hemp fibre industry, to the Minister of Economic Development, what are you doing to attract private large-scale processing capacity for hemp feedstock and other crops within northeastern Alberta?
Minister of Agriculture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the member for the question. Hemp is fast becoming a very important crop for Alberta. We have approximately 20,000 acres or so in production now. There's room to grow in that, not only as food, which many of us enjoy, but also for the stock themselves for fibre. It's a plant that's been grown for thousands of years and has been very successful in many parts of the world. I think it's right for Alberta to take advantage of that market worldwide, Mr. Speaker.
Second supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that rental vacancy rates in Cold Lake have skyrocketed to an overall vacancy rate of 26.2%, which is a stark comparison to the national vacancy rate of 3.7%, and given several new plants and expansions to existing oil and gas plants have been announced by several different companies, which assuredly means housing will be needed. To the Minister of Energy, do you have a plan to encourage oil companies to work together with community leaders to hire locals and to ensure non-local workers will be placed in the communities they serve, instead of forcing them into remote...
Thank you, Honourable Member. Minister of Energy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We continue to work with all communities in our oil and gas industry, but where they are housed is the choice of where the project is and what company it is. But as we go forward, we will always work with our companies to make life better for Albertans and make life better for industry, Mr. Speaker.